we asked White House National Economic Council Director Larry Kudlow about President Trump's complaints lately that the dollar is too weak. Here's what he said.
What the president is concerned about is that foreign countries may be manipulating their own currencies lower to try to gain some short-term temporary trade advantage.
Well,
He
I'll
also
tell you
confirmed
what,
that the White House has decided not to intervene in the currency market, Rick, and that the president actually does want a strong dollar. Over to you.
Yeah, it just makes me scratch my head, and I'd like to welcome my guest, Doug Holtz-Eakin. Doug, let's pick right up with Sarah's question. It's twofold, actually, maybe threefold. Listen, we all have years. Strong dollar has not been a favorite of this administration, and many people in the administration and associated with who have histories of liking it certainly have fallen silent, so I'd like to hear what Larry said. However, if there's manipulation, two things: either go after it or maybe think about they're not ending up any better. Their economies are suffering from whatever they're doing, so just leave it alone. Your thought?
I think they are making a mistake, and they should just leave it alone. I mean, look, what he said was they're going to get some short-term temporary advantage. The notion that somehow those monetary authorities can do some fine-tuning of their economies and guide them in a sophisticated way, we know that's not possible, right? And same thing's true for this Fed. The idea that somehow a quarter point last December is disaster, cutting a quarter point in July is going to save everything, that's beyond the scope of reality. We need to get away from this idea that somehow growth begins with the monetary authority, get back to doing the blocking and tackling on budgetary, regulatory, and other incentives.
Absolutely. I mean, our central bank's acting like a day trader. I mean, the way they move things around, it takes so long for these things to get into the marketplace. They're moving around saying what a rate hike was wrong, need a rate cut, overlooking data. This was supposed to be a data-dependent Fed. Now, let's get to the data. I love today's GDP number. Maybe it wasn't 3%, but strong consumption, falling inventories. Doug, tell me what that probably means for the next quarter, the quarter we're in.
Well, it's going to mean some inventory build for the consumers' finished goods. So that's a good thing for GDP. Look, the best thing about this report was the household sector. The household sector was rock solid from 2016 through 2018, and it went AWOL in the first quarter. I don't know why. It's a great mystery. Good to see the numbers back. Good foundation for the next quarter. I think on the whole, this is a big sigh of relief. And honestly, if you're the Fed and you're looking at these data, what's to change? Let it go.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I guess the last topic we must cut on is the inflation or lack thereof. I personally think all of the calibration and ire about where it is misguided. But having said that, whether it was core personal consumption expenditure, all of it looked rather firm if you blur your eyes. Just really doesn't make sense. Finish it up.
Oh, I think that the concern about, soft inflation is really just an excuse to make a cut to satisfy the market, satisfy the president. Both of those are mistakes. I think the Fed should stick to its guns and to its, long-term monetary policy, look at the fundamentals and guide on that, not this day-to-day stuff.
Yeah, I think we should quit complaining about other economies and just hope they keep doing what they're doing and have the capital flows here.